Hello and namaste, respected jury and everyone here. We are the great architects from India. I am Manaswini and this is my father Snehal Suthar, and it is an honor to share our project Satah, which is a temporary exhibition installation. Satah is a Hindi word meaning surface. It inspires our theme, surfaces as thresholds, guiding perception through gradual revelation. Isn't it often monotonous to visit exhibitions, a predictable journey, stall after stall, passively consuming information? Are we really consuming that information? What if a product catalog could be experienced or walked through? Today, brochures and material boards rarely offer a true sensory experience, especially compared to the tactile impact of holding printed materials in your hands. Satah became a living brochure, allowing people to touch, feel, and experience materials at true to life scale. A space wherein one moves, touches, senses, and remembers. There is no signage, no text, only texture, geometry, light and shadow orchestrated in GFRC. We designed an exhibit that doesn't wait for people to enter, but one that pulls them in by tapping into one's senses. Our objective was clear: to showcase the aesthetic and functional versatility of GFRC in facades, furniture, and sculptures with maximum understanding, minimum time, and a lasting impact. In a forum of 50 stalls, how do you pull people in? Creating a sense of anticipation, or by turning curiosity into movement, or by revealing in parts, then all at once? A temporary exhibit with a lasting impact. As one traverses the installation, surfaces and volumes emerge through alignment, a spatial choreography that creates awareness, tactility, and rhythm. Movement itself becomes a tool. At every step, the visitor discovers textures, junctions, and comparisons, a sequential revelation of space and material. Satah is not an object, but a dialogue between hand and material exploration of concrete's sensory intelligence. It is a prototype for future modular architecture, adaptable, learnable, and reproducible. A journey through surface and possibility. Think of how we usually view material palettes and colors on a flat board. Isn't it boring? There are the textures derived through the colors, but isn't it still boring even when we add character? What impact does the exhibition make? So the question became, how do we make the exhibition impactful? We began by deriving geometry and proportions from the exhibition space. Depth, layering, and divisions shaped the form. Planes overlapped to create curved walls, jagged surfaces, and even a hollow sphere attached with a simple nut and bolt, demonstrating both the versatility and the lightness of the material. From concrete to conversation, materials begin to speak when experienced at scale. The textures and qualities unfolded and revealed a deeper understanding. So here is where texture and geometry met. Red iron oxide stone surface, yellow iron oxide rough surface, green iron oxide perforated pattern, wooden grain pattern, and smooth surface. Similarly, there is another viewpoint from which the textures are visible, including a rammed earth surface made with natural pigments. The point also serves as a place of comparison between textures and geometry. Forms and textures emerged from the capabilities and constraints of glass fiber reinforced concrete. Each surface, whether jagged, ribbed, smooth, or corbelled, is an exploration of what the material allows, resists, and remembers. The use of natural, non-toxic iron oxide pigments created rich, earthy, UV-resistant, weatherproof, and lasting tones, reinforcing material honesty and ecological responsibility. All executed through hands-on craftsmanship, textures, and geometry, all which can be achieved through GFRC. In just 7 days, we completed this installation, 6 days for design and production, 8 hours for installation, each panel set in under 3 minutes. Satah educates and inspires through material interaction, integrating product and space to shape future architecture. Satah redefines concrete as surface, blending craft and responsibility to shape architecture that balances function, aesthetics, and expression. Satah is a temporary exhibition installation that transforms concrete from static material into an immersive, sensorial journey. Instead of brochures or boards, it invites visitors to touch, feel, and experience through surfaces, textures, and form. By revealing gradually, it educates without explanation. It shows the versatility of GFRC while blurring boundaries between product, architecture, craft, and space. A design that expresses without explaining. For us, temporariness is not about how long something stands, it's about how deeply it can teach. We now invite you to experience Satah.
Okay, thank you.
Lucy, I think you should ask the first question.
Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
I have a question. You described this as a space that doesn't need any explaining, but for me the most interesting part was when I watched the video and you show how the materials transform and how it's made. And I feel when you see the final product, that richness is lost. So when I go to the space, do I not see any explanation? It's just you see what it is. I think it's a shame that you don't show the process because that's very interesting.
She's saying that જે આપણે બતાવ્યું છે એનું આપણે explanation નથી આપ્યું.
Yeah.
So she's like the process is more interesting than what we have shown. So it's just shame that it's not.
So when client asks us to design this installation, basically he's a researcher in concrete, and we saw the versatility of the product, and it's kind of designing a commercial for television where you have 10 seconds to deliver the objective. So that was a big challenge to us. So we design in such a way that it becomes a self-explanatory. At the same time, any architect or designer who is using this product, it becomes easier for them when they walks around, when they feel, when they touch. It stimulates their brain. There are many number of possibilities they can think over. So that was our objective in.
But I think you're right. Yes, the process looks very interesting in the video, and maybe we could do something about it in the installation itself.
Thank you.
Yeah, the video with the making would have been a positive addition if you could have found a way of allowing that to be visible to also the music. I mean, you seduced us with the music. So was there any music in the space? Anyway, that's just a kind of aside. I'm going to ask you a really boring technical question. You've got one very big and very heavy piece of concrete slab on an angle which seems to be flying. Is it hanging from the ceiling within a big exhibition hall that has the possibility of hanging elements, or is it supported from the floor?
It is some of the panels are self-supported because of the geometry, and some of the elements are it is fixed with nut and bolt.
So they're all fixed from below. There's nothing hanging.
No, nothing from the below.
Because all those big fairgrounds like the Salone Fiera in Milan, they have this capacity to hang stuff, and I thought you were entering into a sort of theatrical way of, like on a theatre where you can literally hang things, which might be an interesting kind of thing to pursue when you can do that, because I think you'd be good at it.
Yes.
Making stuff that is heavy but floats. Anyhow, just a curiosity.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a very captivating image, when we look at the finished and the photograph in front of me. I suppose there's two things. One is, this is a temporary installation, and can it then be reused?
Yes.
And moved around? Yeah. And then the other thing that's sort of going through my mind is if you go up and tap it, knock it, does it sound hollow, or does it sound like concrete?
Yeah, so the ball, the sphere, which was hollow, where you can find this kind of sound.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the other panels were around, it has a thickness of 25 mm to 75 mm. It varies about texture to texture, but those are solid ones. But the sphere was light, hollow.
So it does, in other words, I mean, it's not just an image, it actually, you feel like you're in a concrete space.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Johnny?
Thank you. I think it's a really beautiful, immersive experience. So you will go in, you feel the material, and hopefully when you come out, you will want to purchase these materials, right? So could you share with us some thoughts about how you got this project? I'm assuming last year when they did the exhibition, it's quite boring. And then you come in with this idea, and then you successfully persuade them. Can you share with us some about the communication you had with them, and then also maybe the success of this project after it was finished?
So I just can you repeat?
He's saying that
So your client relationship, how you got this project.
Uh, is we are associated with this client, particular client, who is a researcher and academician in concrete developing, and he's also collaborated with some Italian company. We don't know the name of the Italian company, but uh, we are associated with this client since many years, and he trusted us, and he came. Design exhibition hall is, I mean, it is always a time crunch problem. So yes, we are familiar with client. It is.
and how was your communication? Because I think
Yeah,
you
so
guys.
he asked us, you can see the versatility of the project. So simple question and simple, input from the client was that I wanted to, demonstrate the versatility of the project without explanation, because sometimes in exhibition there is no attendance, or somebody is busy with some other clients, and customer comes and just passes through. So the product should be like that they don't need any explanation. That was the brief was given by client.
So the sales numbers were good.
Yeah, yeah, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Adrian, the
Yeah.
exhibition designer's perspective.
Yeah, no, I thank you for the presentation. I maybe just a suggestion is that somehow, as Nigel introduced, I think you should have started by the end and tell us that who was the client, that it is a researcher in concrete, what is GFRC, and why did you came to that solution, rather than bring us through the story and a journey as if it was a bit gratuitous and if you had decided to design something, for the sake of its aesthetic. But that's not the fact. You actually started with the client that
Yes.
asked you something, which was to create a booth where you could display that material and how you would enhance that, and that's where you got to the solution, rather than and somehow the frustration here is that it's only by the end that we understand that there's a client. It's only by the end that you tell us about GFRC. It's only by the end that we understand that it's a concrete research, because you just told us. And I wish you had taken us completely the other way and started with the material, started with how do you display that? How do you showcase it? Because you succeeded in showcasing it, but it appeared for us as some kind of a decor, whereas in reality, it was showcasing a material.
Okay.
So that's a bit frustrating. I invite you to flip the keynote and just turn it around.
Thank you for your
because
suggestion.
because then we would understand how you got there.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.